You guys are never going to believe why Jeremy and Audrey Roloff actually quit Little People Big World. So we all know that way back in 2018, Jeremy and Audrey made a very shocking revelation. They told the whole world that they would be leaving Little People Big World, but that was kind of all that we got from them. They didn't really give an explanation going into the full details of why they actually wanted to leave the show. And I mean, sure, Jeremy did post something on his Instagram page saying that they were leaving because it was time for them to move on, but if you really think about it, their reason wasn't concrete enough. Now, was it? Jeremy practically grew up on the show alongside other of his siblings, and it was part of him for like 14 years, and it was also their main source of income. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't just move on from something that has been a huge part of your life for 14 years without a really good reason. And I know what some of you might be thinking. Yes, he did say that they were leaving because they wanted to focus on other things, but I don't really see how the show was stopping them from focusing on other things. And after doing a whole lot of digging, I found out that wasn't the only reason Jeremy and Audrey didn't want to appear on the show any longer. So it turns out that they had a completely different reason, and that's a lot crazier than what they told us. So earlier this year, Jeremy revealed some mind-blowing details on his Instagram page about why he and Audrey never appear on Little People Big World even after leaving the reality TV show. And according to Jeremy, they just didn't want to associate with the show anymore. And if you ask me, I honestly don't think Jeremy's answer could have gotten any vaguer than that. And I mean, that's really weird when you think about how Jeremy is obviously a straightforward person. I mean, this show has been a part of his family for years, and he literally grew up on the show, and then all of a sudden he doesn't want to be associated with it anymore. And this is honestly just so bizarre. And to make his answer even crazier than it already was, Jeremy referred to the show as an athlete that refused to hang up his cleats and damaging the team and hurting himself in the process. So I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty clear that Jeremy believes that Little People Big World was honestly, it's just run its full course and should probably come to an end. And hey, it's okay if you need a minute to wrap your head around it, because I'm still trying to, finding this very hard to believe. But no, that doesn't take anything away from the fact that Jeremy might be kind of right if you really think about it. I mean, there has been so much drama surrounding the entire Roloff farm, it's kind of hard to actually think of a time when they didn't have this many issues. And starting with Matt and Amy's divorce and the entire drama that, they went through because of their split. And you look at how the sale of the Roloff farm made Audrey publicly accuse Matt of killing her in Jeremy's dream to one day run the farm. And then there's Zach, who completely went off on his father Matt on Instagram for supposedly lying to the world. And then right now, because a portion of the Roloff farm is up for sale, pumpkin season, as we all know, might actually be coming to an end. And when you look at all that has been happening over the years, it honestly feels like the drama is gradually becoming a part of the Roloff family. And so much that, some people might even argue that some of the drama isn't even real. And this is probably why Jeremy said that he and Audrey had better things to do than, quote unquote, fabricating drama on TV. I mean, Jeremy is just practically told the world Little People Big World is fabricated. And I mean, can you guys believe it? And the craziest part of it all is that no member of the Roloff family has actually come out to defend themselves in the show against Jeremy's crazy accusations. The only person who said anything was Zach's wife, Tori, but she didn't even speak about the show being fabricated. Tori only made a comment about someone, who asked her what she thought about Jeremy saying Little People Big World does more harm than good and apparently needs to end. And according to Tori, she didn't know what Jeremy said, but everyone in the family has the right to make decisions for themselves. And although Tori actually isn't wrong about everyone having the right to make decisions for themselves, I find it really hard to believe that she really didn't know what Jeremy had said, because Tori went ahead to prove her, previous point by saying that the show was working pretty well for her and Zach, and so if it wasn't doing the same thing for Jeremy and Audrey, then they had their right to end their story, which is obviously what they did. Well, I guess that seems to be all in the past, because Jeremy and Audrey have completely moved on from the show, as they obviously said that they will, and recently they just bought a new house and they seem to be pretty happy with where they are now. So Little People Big World is currently in its 23rd season, but I still can't help but think about the fact that Jeremy said it was all fake and no one's even tried to defend themselves. And this is why I'm dying to know what the rest of you guys think. And I'm also curious to know if you guys think that any members of the Roloff family will actually end up leaving the show in the future. Not like there's very many family members to still leave, but I'll be on the lookout for your answers in the comments below. So please don't forget to drop them. And guys, like always, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.